Alright guys, we have some crazy leaks to talk about regarding Captain America Brave New World. I am really excited for this movie, and one of the top industry insiders right now, who is Alex Perez, who works for the Cosmic Circus, has just confirmed that a leak that is on Reddit is actually true regarding this movie. Now this is huge, because the leak that's on Reddit right now is huge, like it is long. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and issue a spoiler warning for Captain America Brave New World. There is a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the leak starts out here, and it says, the movie was shown recently unfinished VFX for a test audience. Here is a plot breakdown review of the movie. So, the movie opens up with Sam going on a mission going after the Serpent Society, and they were supposed to lead Sam and Joaquin to the buyer of the package, and the package in this case is going to be adamantium. So, it looks like adamantium is being sold like on the black market right now, and they're trying to basically bust a deal that's going on for the element there. So that's the first part. Then it says Giancarlo's Sidewinder character has some nuns hostage and spouts out some very generic villain dialogue, stuff like secure the package, take no prisoners, etc. Sam fights the Serpent Society dude with golden fangs, or golden fang knives, so that's going to be interesting. The guy has super soldier strength, but Sam beats him before more soldiers arrive. Then it says here that Giancarlo's Sidewinder character gets away, and then Sam takes Joaquin to be trained by Isaiah Bradley, followed by a training montage with Sam and Joaquin, with Isaiah throwing around some punching bags. Now, I'm assuming that's probably going to be like at Isaiah's house or something. I don't know. Then it says Sam is invited to the White House, which we've seen in the trailer. He decides to bring Isaiah and Joaquin, and they party in a limo on the way to the White House, so I'm expecting that to be like a comedic scene there. Then it says they take a picture with President Ross, and President Ross tells Isaiah, I gotta do the trick and pony show, but stick around, I want to get to know you better. So I think he's clearly interested in Isaiah Bradley and his whole like super soldier serum that's in his veins right now, and how he's like living with it and all that, so I'm guessing he wants to talk to him about that. Then it says Ross and Sam meet up, and he tells him, I need you to lead the Avengers. Sam goes, what if we don't see eye to eye? Ross replies, then we will figure that out together. Ross is almost assassinated, which we saw in the trailer, by Isaiah Bradley, as well as other mind-controlled soldiers and security guards in the room. Now, that was a big theory that there's going to be like multiple sleeper agents, so I guess that's correct as well. Then it says Sam chases Isaiah out in the streets, where Isaiah comes to and doesn't know where he is. He's arrested after that. Sam and Joaquin look at security footage inside of the White House and see that Isaiah looks down at his phone and is hypnotized by flashing lights. Then it says later, they see that other soldiers and security guards in the room also got the same flashes on their phone, so it looks like the leader is going to be basically hypnotizing, mind-controlling a bunch of people to try to get to the president, I guess. Sam and Joaquin decide to get to who was behind all this, and they come across Tim Blake Nelson's the leader character with a weird molded-on brain-shaped rubber cap and slightly green skin. Now, I don't think it's going to look as cheesy as this leak sounds. I think, you know, the CG is probably going to look pretty good. Like I said, this was an unfinished VFX test screening, so I'm sure it's going to look a lot better, obviously, in the final cut. The leader has been visited by General Ross many times because Ross was dying, and turned to the leader to help him, which in turn causes him to Hulk out if his blood pressure rises. Ross has to eat these lollipops as a form of medication, I think, is what the leak says, which, you know, I hope that's not like some comedic thing, like, oh, President Ross loves his lollipops, something like that, I don't know. But it looks like he's going to administer some kind of medication via some lollipops. Then it says here, Ruth's character Sabra starts to take Isaiah Bradley into a containment after another mind-controlled attempt assassination, and he goes to a prison. He goes, I will not be locked up in a box again, because he was obviously locked up when he first got the serum and everything. Then it says Ruth decides to also track down breadcrumbs leading to Samuel Stearns, aka the leader, where she comes across and very briefly teams up with Sam and Joaquin. They go to Stark Technologies where they meet Amadeus Cho. Now this is huge. A lot of industry insiders were confirming that Amadeus Cho is going to be in this movie, and he's going to be played by, I'll put a photo of him, I don't know his name, but he's going to be played by this guy who was in the new Ghostbusters movie, and he's the smartest engineer at Stark Technology, so he's going to be playing Amadeus Cho, who's obviously going to become a Hulk later on, and I would assume probably part of the Young Avengers. Then it says, I don't know where they found this actor, but he is not good at all. So apparently his performance isn't great. Now, I'm assuming he's not going to have a lot of screen time, so I think that's probably a harsh critique. Then it says here, Sam says something about Pepper Potts, but we never actually see her in the movie. Probably just because there's like photos of her in the Stark Technologies building or something, I don't know. Then it says, President Ross is bunkered down away from danger and is trying to get the world leaders to agree on a peace treaty and is having trouble with Japan getting on board after Japan thinks America robbed it of its adamantium or something along those lines. Then it says this leads to Torres and Wilson meeting up with Ross as American battleships and Japanese battleships fight with each other in a big set piece near the hand of Tiamat in the Indian Ocean. It says big CGI-filled action scene that ends with Torres falling out of the air into the water, but then rescued by a medic. As Torres is in the hospital recovering, Bucky swings by to check on Sam, so that's cool. We get a Sebastian Stan cameo. He makes a speech, jokes about how it was written, then says he has a fundraiser to get to, and basically just leaves the scene. Then it'll probably lead into him being like a congressman or whatever in the Thunderbolts movie. Then it says here, Ross finds out he is being set up by Samuel Stern to make Japan and the other world leaders not want to work with him because of reasons, something to do with the Serpent Society stealing adamantium or something. I don't know, it wasn't clear. That's what it says on the leak, so maybe that plot point is getting ironed out with the reshoots or something. But Ross goes to a press conference at the White House where all of a sudden the leaders vaguely portrayed mind control starts playing through the speaker, eventually causing Harrison Ford to Hulk out. Now, that looks like the part in the trailer where we saw President Ross basically turning into the Red Hulk right where the little podium thing is. So that seems like it's going to lead into the big fight. It says Sam meets the leader who admits his evil plan and thinks Sam will die because he's not Steve Rogers. Sam says, I love to prove people wrong. Sam shows up to the scene with Red Hulk and the two tear up the White House. Very January 6 evoking imagery at times, so maybe like a little political commentary there, I don't know. They eventually start hashing it out, and the fight culminates with Sam stabbing one of his wings into President Ross's side, which causes him to transform back to Harrison Ford, but he's all scratched up, doesn't have the invulnerability that Hulk has, so that's interesting there. Ross is locked up in the raft and is told by Sam, how does it feel to be locked up? Ross is like, well, at least I'm safe, and they made a point to have Sam literally say to the president, thank you for taking accountability for your own actions and turning yourself in voluntarily. Where Ross is then met by his daughter Betty, played by Liv Tyler, so that's cool. She's going to show up like right at the end, which everyone kind of assumed. It says Sam visits Joaquin Torres in the hospital. They joke about Torres being from Miami and visiting Wakanda to get new wings. The mid-credit scene, so not the post-credit, Sam visits the leader in the raft, mentions something about giving Hulk juice to Amadeus Cho, and Stearns goes, something big and bad is coming. And Sam is like, I'll be ready, and then that's it, no one else shows up. And then it says, I don't know if it's referring to Doctor Doom or incursions or what. The leader is supposed to be all-knowing, but they did a weak job portraying that. This is what the leak says. Then the person who wrote the leak says a bunch of complaints here. It says no payoff for Isaiah's story, no payoff for the supposed Avengers team that Sam was supposed to form, not enough scenes between Sam and Joaquin to establish that relationship and make us feel any kind of attachment towards them. It says the leader's goals were vague and his methods of doing what he was doing was even vaguer. It played across like a CW version of DC's Brainiac, only worse somehow. oh my goodness, they go off. If you guys want to read all the complaints, I will link this Reddit leak down below in the description and the comments, because there's a lot of complaints by this guy. There's also some industry insiders saying that this movie is not very good, and a lot of people assume that because of all the reshoots and everything, but yeah, I've seen a lot of people commenting on this leak saying it's bad, that, you know, they don't like it and all that, and you know, for me, I think if it's executed right in the final cut that we're going to see in, I believe, February, I think it has potential, but based off of all the complaints this guy listed, yeah, you know, it doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. The test screening version of the movie doesn't seem, you know, amazing by any means, but I'm still going to give it a chance, obviously, and I hope that they've perfected it and really polished it up, and I hope that it's a good movie. But yeah, guys, that is the Captain America Brave New World plot leak that has went online, I believe, just yesterday, so it's probably going to be up for another day or two until it gets taken down, inevitably, because with industry insiders confirming it's true, that means, you know, there's a good chance it is true. Now, there is a decent chance that it's false as well, because, like I said, this is a unfinished VFX test screening, so a lot of things could change by the time we get the final cut, but the fact that industry insiders are saying this is true means that it's probably going to be taken down pretty soon, so go check it out if you would like. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about all this. Are you excited? Are you not? And do you think this is going to be a good movie? That is a big question. There's a lot of people, you know, with a lot of complaints about this leak, saying that the movie's going to fail, that it's going to be terrible and all that, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see when Captain America Brave New World comes out next summer. Thank you for watching today's video. If you guys want to stay up to date with the latest Marvel news, rumors, and leaks, make sure you subscribe. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.